where to go to next, if I remember right, or
I thought we'd already figured that out.
We were going to a tree behind Roland's mother's house in
That's
Leather.
right.
And I think basically we ended the session with like the door opening for the. No, we had to wait, I think, a day for Karamu to prep
For
it.
spell prep, yeah. Hold
So
on.
we've got basically a day to kill.
Let's see what the notes say, because I have no idea.
I thought we had killed the day and done the long rest, and we were going to start
Maybe,
again
but-
with us leaving, essentially. That was my recollection, anyway.
Who knows?
It doesn't say specifically in the notes.
Okay. I feel like we ended with Karamu scrying and being able to determine where you guys were going, but I don't know if it was hashed out whether or not like, do you have the spell prep? No. Okay, so Karamu does not have the spell prep, so we are gonna have to say like we have to waste time.
What's that old joke that they did in one of the early Order of the Stick comics?
Oh,
I
yeah,
declare
'cause
I
you
have
guys
nothing further to do today.
You guys are still. I think we left. You guys were still standing in. In somebody else's room. I think Karamu went down and secured rooms for the night and then came back, and you guys were still in somebody else's room. In I think it was Alex's room. So I think that's where we left. Is you guys were still standing in Alex's room, and Karamu was able to say, "Yeah, I found a place, but this is where it is." And it entered into this whole conversation of telling Roland about his mom, and it ended up in a conversation of Roland discovering his mom was Van Seer.
Yeah, because they told him that his mom was here, but he had been avoiding that.
Yeah.
We had mentioned that. It was like one of the first things we told him when he was here. Oh, by the way, your mom's alive. Your brother might be dead, but your mom's alive.
When stuff was given to him that was Reese's, that was sentimental, like the horn and stuff like that, that's when it was brought up that, oh yeah, this is a sending stone that is supposed to connect to your mom, but it doesn't currently connect to anybody right now. Or we're not getting an answer. And then now this is where it came out that his mom is Van Seer, and now Roland's caught up to date on that. Because Jacoby put a foot in his mouth and said something about it, or Alex said something about it. One of the two guys said something about it. Yeah, and then everybody figured out the denomination of their cards, who their deity sponsors are officially, and then Karamu figured out where the tree is, but the spell is not currently prepped. So that is last week in a nutshell. Karamu figured out where the tree. Any questions? Glorious. All right, let's get rocking and rolling. We're gonna pick up. You guys are still in Alex's room, and you're in the in the inn in Alex's room, and they actually just exited with Alex's daughter in a on basically like a makeshift gurney to carry her out of town so they could get her out of there. So there you go.
Oh my god, guys, just
Wait.
stay where you're at and build stuff.
They left with her already, right? Or they... Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I was just making sure. Confused.
Maybe I missed this piece. About what time of day was it? Was it near evening?
Trying to figure out what else you guys did before this.
Not a lot, really.
Yeah, we had, I think we had gone back to the mansion and done a long rest there. And then when we got up after
I
the long
scouted
rest,
out
yeah.
before we could leave to go see
Mhm.
Alec.
Yeah, it was like midday when we got here. I remember you saying because it
Yeah,
wasn't that
so
far away. And then we had like dealing with stuff with Agatha, and then dealing with stuff with Alex. So maybe like mid-afternoon.
hmm yeah, it'd be like 3 o'clock.
So we're still on the day before we rest, so Karen can get the right spells, right? Okay, cool.
Yep. He must
Hey,
rest
Karen.
further.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything right now?
No,
Okay.
do you just want to hit the long rest button?
No, well, before we do, I'm just gonna quickly just sit down and like, Caramel, you know that spell you just used to like see somewhere you've been before?
Yeah.
Does that work with people? Like, can you see people you've seen before?
I mean, as long as I've seen them. Yeah.
Yeah, you've definitely seen them. I was just wondering if maybe we could, I don't think you're going to be casting anything else today. If you've got one spare, you want to see where that dragon is? Maybe we should keep tabs on them.
Well, the problem is then they know that we're doing that.
There's no way to do it without them noticing.
I mean, if
I
it
realize
was.
I realize me asking for subtlety is somewhat ironic, but I just thought maybe we can just keep an eye out and just keep checks on where they are for our own safety,
mean,
because otherwise they
it-
could jump at any time.
If it was some little weakling, yeah. They're too dumb to notice, but I don't think a dragon would at least easily be scryed without knowing we're doing it.
Did they have any followers with them? I can't remember. I have one person shaking their head and another person nodding.
All the people we fought were working with the dragon, so
Yeah, but I meant they didn't have anybody left alive. I thought we fought them.
You're talking about the dragon?
Yeah,
Hold on. You're talking about which dragon?
the one that kicked the crap out of us.
The
and then
big bad who survived a 31 int save or something.
Yeah.
So the one that you guys met here.
Yes.
Okay.
Screw us the pooch.
Yes, they had people with them.
But we murdered those all.
Yes, at least one of them survived.
Oh, and they got away. What about the person that? Yeah. What about the person that they were with? That got away with them. Could you scry on them? Maybe that could show us where the dragon is without directly scrying on the dragon.
Oh, man. Should have my soundboard out now.
I mean, you're assuming this dragon has morons working for it. You're assuming the dragon didn't get angry at the thing's failure and eat it. That's assuming
There's
a
only
lot
one
of
way to
things.
find out. And like I said, do you think you're going to be casting any more spells before you go to bed?
If my barbarian's on you.
if it's
Piss
anything like
off-
the scrying that I can do, if you can see invisible things, you can see the thing that's trying to scry you, and I'm sure dragons can see invisible things.
Okay. It was just a thought that maybe we want to keep tabs on their location. Now that we've got one of these things that they were after, they could be coming for us at any time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but it might also be a little bit of poking the dragon.
think we're poking them enough already.
I mean, it just kicked our asses and screwed
Alright,
off.
totally
So
heading towards
if it suddenly
Gaston.
starts getting scryed, it's probably going to know it's us. Because who else is going to be bothering it?
Other dragons?
Just emulating our own country, you know?
Great point. Not much I could say to that. Okay, that was all. It's just a thought I've been sitting on since last week.
Yeah, out of character, it would have to make a wisdom save. And if it saves, we don't get to scry it anyway, and it knows we tried.
No, I know that out of character, but I was thinking, well, if there was a mook that we could scry that was still alive, maybe we might be able to pull that off.
That's the problem with the invisible sensor thing. Part of scrying is if there is a mook in the room and the dragon's there, it can just go, "Oh, look at that! Someone scried my mook."
Yeah. The thing is, well, I know how scry works, Melvin won't. So it was more like trying to ask. I was trying to intentionally be dumb. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm good to hit the long rest button. Absolutely.
Before-
changing my
Before we
stats,
would
but-
take a long rest, I would need to go talk to the horny lady.
I also had one other thing to talk to Alec about, so pick and choose.
I
Mine
thought
can even
Alec
be
left.
Did he?
Mine can be done through
Oh
DM.
yeah, he left with his daughter. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
So hold on. We can like retcon that you can like run down and see if you can catch them still in town. They are carrying a litter with his daughter on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
like,
that then.
They're not hustling.
Wait. How
Yeah.
did she get that tattoo? That seems useful.
I don't have that document pulled up. I wasn't actually expecting you to ask about it today.
Sorry, it was just kind of like I was looking back through the notes. I'm like, oh, that's really good.
She said there was a guy, like you hear her snoring hardcore, like she's out. She'd said there was a guy that she had met in Lakota. Reynolds. I don't know, some like really high level wizard dude. I want to say his name's Reynolds. Herring, Arrow, Harold, something like that. I don't know how lucid she was. She is in a lot of pain, but yeah, apparently he found access to old runes that give abilities, so or give the removal of abilities, if that makes sense. Like she can't cast magic either. So but yeah, like it I don't know. That's what we I think that's who it was, but it was some guy in Lakota.
Interesting. Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Safe travels.
You too.
And
Nice. Keep chugging along.
yep.
Are we staying at the Inn of the Dancing Dragon again tonight?
I think that's the plan.
Okie dokie.
Karamu is gonna go try and talk to Agatha. Or Agnes. What was her name?
Agnes.
Agnes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it was Agnes, also known as Town Crazy Lady.
Yeah. You're up, Sir Karamu. She opens the door. Can I help you?
Are you a little less indisposed now?
Oh yeah, no, I sent him home. What do you need?
I was just wondering if you might be interested. And he reaches in his bag and pulls out the giant green crystal ball.
Well, she like you lift it up and she gently like takes it and lifts it out of your hand and is looking at it. Can't say I've seen a glass this pure in a very long time. You would notice, remarkably, there is not a single air bubble in that entire globe. Now, was it already greenish when you found it, or did
Yeah.
something happen to it?
No, that's how it was.
Interesting. I would absolutely be interested. I am interested. Do you mind if I check purity of it before I give an offer? Fantastic. And she like walks over, like she's got like a little counter, and she's like grabs like a bowl, sets it down, and puts the orb on top of it so it doesn't roll anywhere.
Sorry about that. Thank y'all.
And you see her like
Okay.
tapping on it with different
I hit the
utensils
next
and
year
different
button?
bits of material,
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally made y'all wait.
and you hear like different like resonating ringing noises coming off of it as she's tapping, and you just keep hearing her repeat the word fascinating over and over again. Is there a number you had in mind for this orb?
No.
Okay, I'll give you 200 gold.
Three.
200.
250.
200.
210 so I can feel like I won.
200, and you can leave thinking you won.
Well, I mean, you found it so fascinating.
I do, which is why I'm offering you 50 gold above its value. Because I'm not reselling it, I plan to use it.
All right, fine.
Okay. Fantastic. She picks up like a leather pouch and starts weighing gold coins out, and shoves them into the leather pouch and hands it right over to you. And she like the whole like after she hands you the gold, she's like, "Pleasure doing business with you," and her eyes are fixed on this crystal orb.
Have fun with it.
Oh, the magic we will do.
I don't suppose you could figure out anything with the history of it.
I can tell it's not from this realm.
Well, I mean, we kind of got it from a room that a vampire was occupying.
This doesn't have vampiric contamination on it anywhere. Might have belonged to the vampire before they were turned into a vampire, but this itself has not been corrupted with any of those curses. That's what makes this so fascinating. the fact that there is no impurities anywhere in this, yet it's still tinted, tells me that it spent a fair bit of time in a very foresty plane. Very curious.
Like foresty, like the Fae?
Faye has too much magic running rampant in it to create a natural contamination. The green tint in this is obvious from a natural I would say almost like an algae or something in the air. Um the Fae wouldn't have that. There's too much magic running around. So this is something that's much more pure, much more natural.
Well, our bunny friend will be happy to find out that didn't come from the Fae.
No, definitely not the Fae. See if I can make a guess on this. Give me a minute here. Let me do a couple things. I could probably tell you where I think it might be from. You see her turning and spinning it and examining the uh or like parts of the orb under like a magnifying glass, shining lights through it. At one point she pours this like thick, it almost looks like an oily substance over it and starts rubbing it around. Um my well my best guess is an odd one. I've not much experience with this plane or this realm, but it looks like it's from Ravnica.
Funny you should say that.
Why is that?
That would be where I'm from.
Oh, well now I know where to find. Well, I'm assuming there's more elephant men in Ravnica. It's not often I've come across stuff from there. This orb and a dagger, and those are the only two things I've seen come across my hands from Ravnica. So not often. You look perplexed.
I'm trying to figure out why a crystal ball that has apparently spent a lot of time in Ravnica is here and was in the same room with basically kill orders for the rest of my family.
Were they signed by anybody?
Player dumb, no remember.
I'm not seeing anything in the notes that you guys actually know.
Did we keep them or leave them on the desk?
The last I know about them, I gave them to you. Because Roland found them and then handed them over when you reacted badly to the name I read out.
Don't believe I specified what I did with them. If I had to choose now, I would say I rolled them up and stuffed them in the bag of holding.
If you would have chosen then, not knowing what now would bring, what would you have done with them?
Was this when you guys found the little secret room? Is that where that was?
No,
No.
Oh, it wasn't. It was the
that was
Vampire room.
the vampire room.
This is
Okay.
the vampire room where we found all the papers on the desk and a bunch in a bin. I think you were busy trying to tame a mimic.
Yeah, most of that session, or a good chunk of that session after the vampire died, was the mimic. There were actually, it was the letters that were inside the mimic were the letters of the orders.
Well, if the last thing anybody else remembers doing with them is handing them to me, I'm going to say that just because they had my family's name on them, I would have bagged them for potential future whatever. Maybe future revenge purposes.
Okay.
So then I'd pull one out of the bag real quick and look it over and see if there is a signature.
Hold on, now I have to get out the physical binder because I need to have ways of still not seeing stuff on my screen.
It is always a good thing when you can make the DM grumble and pull out a binder.
They are not signed.
I mean, I don't see a signature, but here, I'd hand one of them over to her.
She starts like just looking it over carefully. This is interesting. You said this is your family's name?
One of the three.
Interesting. Well, so I'm getting the same presence, like it's from the same realm. Oddly, this paper has spent more time here on this plane than the orb. Then again, it could just have been that it was more contained in something from this realm. Like if it was put inside like a box that had like a magic lock on it or something that could have permeated through, causing more of this realm to
Well, I mean,
intersect.
we found him inside a mimic.
That would do it. In oh, the paper cuts. That doesn't
Yeah, he
sound
was
pleasant at all.
not in good shape.
It does not sound at all enjoyable. Um, yeah, I wish I could say I could even recognize this handwriting, but I can't. I wonder. So there's a oh, stop that computer. Bad computer. So I think they're I want to make sure I say this right. I think they're calling their profession graphology. There's somebody that I think could understand and figure out this writing in Maragua. They could be in Tesnery at this time of year, but probably in Maragua. That I think could help you if you wanted to know more who this belonged to or who might have written it at least. But I unfortunately would not be able to determine who this actually is. I do apologize. And she hands you back the paper.
And
What was
roll
the
it up.
name of that? Sorry. Graphology?
Yeah, a it was a graphologist that she referred them to.
Roll it back up. Shove it back in the bag of holding. Do you have a name? I can't just go to Maragua and be like, I'm looking for a person.
Well, I have a name, but I feel like if you run around asking for this person, it's going to draw more attention than if you just ask for the person who studies handwriting. They have the same name as the High Prince in Maragua. But it's not the prince. They just have the same name. So people tend to think you're asking for the royalty and not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sure they have a nickname, but I never took the time to learn it.
Well, we eventually need to make our way down that way anyway, so I suppose once we do, I'll look him up.
I'm sure the local innkeeps would be the best place to start when you ask. At least one of them is going to know. He tends to find early mornings in the inn very peaceful. I don't know. Something about he does his best work in the morning.
Maybe he just likes breakfast food.
That's a possibility. Hadn't thought about that. Is there anything else I could do to assist you?
No, that was probably going to be more helpful than I realize in the future. So, thank you.
You are very welcome. Safe travels. I am in the understanding that you guys are heading out. Assuming you're not going to stay here.
No, we're probably leaving in the morning.
Well, then I do wish you all the safest of travels as you head out in the morning.
And Caramel will turn around and walk away.
And you hear the door click behind you.
That was all I had for the day.
If we are staying at the Inn of the Dancing Dragon, which means we have access again to some form of kitchen, Melvin will attempt sandwich crafting one more time.
Okay. Amidst the breads, meats, and cheeses that you can find, you're also able to locate fresh apples, fresh strawberries, leeks, and carrots.
Melvin will, as usual, with no sense of logic or understanding of how food works in terms of culinary skill and things going together or not, will just make random assortments of various things, whether they work or don't. He's just going to put stuff together, and so be it.
Strawberry leek.
You might get a leek and ham sandwich. You might get strawberry and cheese. You might get ham and apple, which is actually quite nice. You may get a cat walk right across your video camera.
All I see is fluffy tail.
Yes. But yeah, there will just be the usual random concoctions with no plan or understanding, however, how cooking works.
Okay.
As Melvin has no skill in cooking.
I had a hunch.
And regarding cooking, we do still have 8 pounds of beans.
Wait, we still have 8 pounds of beans left? Yay! Why haven't we been eating those? Oh my god.
Because Melvin keeps making you delicious
It's
sandwiches that
also a pound per serving,
Yeah.
and they don't exist in this world anymore because of the dragons. Or they're dying out or something.
Damn it, Karamu.
Who cares about Reese? The beans are gone.
You ruined the beans!
Look, priorities, okay?
Oh my. Okay. Does anybody have anything else they would like to do before we hit the long rest button?
You're not making me roll for sandwiches this time?
You can roll if you want.
Okay. What do you want?
Hold on. I need a piece of scratch paper.
Okay.
Because all I have is my good notebook out.
I still love that Zar used one of them as a spell component.
I still have it in my pocket. As it rots, it'll become even more distasteful, which should make it a more potent spell, right?
Yes, because that's how Banish works.
Okay.
I want to believe the somatic component is just throwing the sandwich at them and hitting them in the face. So you get enough of a, oh god, and then gone.
What the?
Oh man, I wish that was how it worked. That's
Have you
amazing.
seen? Have you ever seen the videos on social media of the guy who just throws cheese at his girlfriend's face? I just
No.
imagine it like that. He did what? Sandwich. Pop.
Get a civic, drama, and poetry is awesome.
If you get any ideas, I will. That's all I'm saying. All right, you're going to be rolling a D8. You're actually be rolling multiple times.
Okie
Ooh.
dokie. How many do you want me to roll? Because I can do them all at once if you want.
No, because I need each number individually.
Okay, doke. Okay, so we first off with a 2.
Hold on one second. My computer's going crazy about something, and I don't know
Might be
why.
rolling a dice.
No. I have a USB issue. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Are we still re-rolling ones when we're rolling hit die? Okay. What if the next one's a 1? Re-roll that too?
I think so.
I was gonna say I don't know, but I think so. Maybe. That feels terrible. It's like, was it last week when somebody had advantage on something and rolled 2 2s? It was like,
Oh
That was,
no.
I think, me at one point.
There was a face of I am not impressed when it happened. I remember that much.
Well, it would be a 5 if I'm re-rolling that other one.
So if you rolled a third one, I'm like, the gods are just saying it's supposed to be 1.
Yeah. 1 1 5, so it's a 5 if she lets me. Hey boy. Okay, once that's settled, I'm all caught up. I even read the notes because I'm a good girl.
All right. Still no idea what the heck that was.
Cease.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 1s for leveling up for my health. Do I roll a third time or am I a 1?
We do not keep ones.
Okay.
I don't care if you roll 6 1s in a row. You don't keep ones.
Okay.
All right. So first number is a 2.
Correct.
How many ingredients are you doing per sandwich?
2 to 3. Let's not
Okay.
get crazy here. You know, you got to actually hold the thing together.
How many sandwiches are you making?
How many slices of bread do I have?
Give me a d20.
Hang on, let me get rid of that D8.
It's going to be an odd number.
I have
Why
8.
not? Oh, 8. So you have 8 slices of bread.
Okay, so I'm making 4 sandwiches.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll me another d8.
Another 2. Do you want me to re-roll that one?
Nope.
Okay, I seem to have found something and I'm sticking to it.
It'll be good. It's gonna be fine. Give me another D8.
A 7.
Okay, another one.
It's going to be amazing. I swear. A 3.
And one more.
Another 7.
Okay, go again.
Am I rolling individual ingredients here? Is this
Yep.
what happened? Excellent. A 1.
Okay.
Oh my god.
A 5.
Okay.
And a 4.
Okay.
There's only 2 numbers you haven't rolled.
A 3.
Okay.
Oh, I'm using the full kitchen, it seems. Clearly there's a couple of things that just don't stand out to me. It's probably the meat. A 6.
One ingredient you haven't used.
What number have I not rolled?
8.
No.
Oh wait, no, you did.
Yep.
I'm wrong.
I've used the full kitchen.
No, 8 was the D20.
Yeah, 8 was the D20, so I've not rolled an 8.
Yep. So go ahead, give me one more roll.
All right, let's hope this is the 8. A 2.
These
So
all
now
seem
we find out
fairly-
what the 8 was.
fairly reasonable. 8 was carrots.
Wow. How the hell? Okay, I know why. I'm clearly chewing on the carrots while making the sandwiches.
Obviously.
I just eat those things raw. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. What have I made?
Okay. So there were 2 types of meat. Let me make sure I get this right. Okay. So there were basically two types of meat. You found basically pork and you found chicken. Those were your 2 options.
Okay.
And by way of pork, we're gonna say you get the choice. It can be either ham or it can be bacon. Which would Melvin prefer?
Let's go with bacon.
Okay, so you've got bacon. So your first sandwich is bacon and bacon.
Okay, it's just a big bacon sandwich. Can't go wrong with that.
There were 2 types of cheeses. There was a white cheese and a yellow cheese. Your second sandwich
Yep.
is strawberries with white cheese and more strawberries. Your
For the banished
Your
pile.
third sandwich is chicken, leeks, and yellow cheese.
That might work.
It depends on if you cooked the leeks or not.
No, just chops up raw.
Nope. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. That's gross.
It's just salad garnish.
And then your fourth sandwich is white cheese, apples, and bacon.
That works. Apple and bacon works, and
There you
cheese
go.
and ham works.
There you go.
Okay, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. So Ali gets a new banish sandwich. And so I'm gonna take, like, once I've done the slice of breads, I'm just gonna chop them in half, and then there's gonna be like a plate of 8 sandwiches, and it's just gonna be
Cool.
there. Hey guys, I made supper.
I'm still waiting for Arlie to try to banish something with that sandwich and it'd be like, ooh, I love leeks.
Is one of these apple and bacon?
Apple, cheese, and bacon.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we've got double strawberry and cheese, bacon, apple, cheese, and bacon, and then chicken, uncooked leek, and cheese.
Awesome. I have an apple bacon in one hand with apple bacon and cheese in one hand and a bacon and bacon in the other hand.
See, I told you I'm a great cook.
Mm-hmm.
Karama goes for the double strawberry and cheese.
Did Melvin do the strawberries whole? Did he slice them,
Oh,
or
no,
did
he
he
sliced
mash them up?
He sliced them so you can actually get them on the thing.
Okay.
So you've got like a layer of strawberries, middle cheese layer, top layer strawberries. It's like a reverse burger.
Reese will just quietly grab one of the bacon and bacon sandwiches and just mutter to himself, "Who puts fruit on a sandwich?"
I will grab the chicken leek and cheese, open it up, scrape the leeks off, put the top back on.
Just have chicken and cheese.
You guys do notice the bread is remarkably I'm gonna say moist in that it's like tender and delicious, and it's not like dry and crumbly and stale.
Cut the roof of your mouth, Subway.
Yeah, no.
Wait, yours are all really dry over there?
They can be.
Ours are really nice. Like soft. I'm not going to say the M word, damn it.
What's wrong with that word? It's a
It
word.
perfectly communicates exactly what you should be feeling when you hear that word.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel
Hang on a
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Whatever. I don't get that. So we now have sandwiches. Is there anything else anybody would like to do?
Not that you're gonna let me do tonight.
We determined that since we used the door for the thing, we can't put it down again for a week in game, right?
It's 10 days.
Yeah. Okay. I think. Well, in Faerun time, that's a week, but yeah, cool.
Anything else? Okay, go ahead and hit your long rest button. We must synchronize our long rest.
I was going to say, technically, I've done nothing since the last long rest.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to.
Oh, yeah, well, we did take a long rest. I was like, technically, your butt got put in a bowl, but, you know.
Oh, I've had a long rest since.
Yep.
Okay, it is morning, and the day is young. We're going to assume prayers and rituals and everything are already done for the morning. And we're going to fast forward and fast track ourselves right into breakfast.
Guys, there's still like a leek and cheese and chicken spare if anybody wants it.
No thanks.
That's been sitting out all night, hasn't it?
I'm going to take the double strawberry and cheese for myself, the last one.
Okay.
Which means that there is still an apple, cheese, and bacon, and a chicken leek and cheese.
I'm sure the kitchen has food fresh downstairs. Reese will just go downstairs.
Uh-huh.
I would
Oh,
take
I'm
the doing the apple chicken cheese one, the one that's left.
The apple, cheese, and bacon.
It's like my cat butter.
After I get done doing my morning prayers, I'll just go downstairs.
He really wants attention, but he's like, no.
I will also go down.
Sorry, I have to label a page so I don't lose it. All right. Yeah, you're gonna get downstairs. You're gonna find several baked goods. Usually, like mostly it's just different types of breads, but done as small rolls versus loaves. Dried meats, cheese, and if you ask for it, you will have access to some fruits. For beverages, your options are spiced wine and tea. And ale, of course. Oh, it's a big meow. All right, Radix, which cat is that?
Pickles.
What, does Pickles, like, is it, and it could just be me, but does it look like Pickles' eyebrows go like this?
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
Like he's always angry?
He's got a grumpy cat face.
Just,
He also doesn't normally let you hold him.
aw.
He doesn't actually like being pet unless like it's on the ground. He is on the ground. So he won't like get on furniture and snuggle with you or anything. Like he'll rub against your legs and that's when you're allowed to pet him.
He's very aloof.
Great word. Love that word.
All right.
Melvin will ask if there's any more strawberries.
They say, yes, a few, and they bring you like 5.
That'll do. I'll take that and maybe a couple of carrots.
Did you ask for carrots?
I thought you said there was various veg and meats out.
There's meats and cheese.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I'll see if they've got any carrots then.
They let you know they only have fruits this morning. The vegetables are going to be put to use for dinner.
I'll take an apple if there's one going spare.
They tell you they'll have to get back to you, and they're not sure.
It's like when I ordered a Corona and lime in a bar.
Well, you may have used the end of their apples making these sandwiches. Or you may have eaten the rest of their apples while making the sandwiches. It's really unsure what you put on. You may or may not have eaten while making this stuff. Anybody else?
But he's just gonna pick at what they have available while he's drinking some tea.
You
I'm
actually
sorry.
sorry.
realize that you're saying race.
Ah,
You've been saying it all night.
It's okay. We know it's Roland. He's having an identity crisis. It's okay.
I made them twins. I can't even get them out of my brain.
What did you say there was to drink?
I would take some spiced wine and go upstairs and start doing all the packing.
Oh, so it was wine and tea?
Yeah.
Okay, then I would have a nice cup of tea.
Melvin will take tea.
Karamu's going to pick at the meat and cheese and also have some of the spiced wine.
All of the items you have ordered are brought to the table. Melvin receives 1 apple, and it's like this big. It is like the size of a plum. And it's just on the tray of meats and cheeses and stuff that are brought to the table. You are muted.
Yeah, he's like throwing up the strawberries and gashing them in his mouth, and then he just does it with the apple at the end, realizes it's possibly slightly too big, and he's just like, and it's just stuck in his teeth.
Eventually, I'll start taking everyone's crap downstairs.
Brock end up being the concierge?
Roland would have packed his stuff and brought it down with him.
Yeah, Melvin's got his
Okay.
his bag, so because I assume after breakfast we're planning on moving, so we've got a full day's worth of travel to go.
I think it will be less travel than you think.
How close to the destination do we think we're going to be?
More travel, less time.
Yeah, no, I mean post travel with plant. How close to our destination do we think we are?
The
There
backyard.
are trees literally a minute outside of town, and it's literally the backyard of Reese and Roland's mom's house.
That's where the temple is. Oh, we're going to Reese's mom. Okay.
We don't. I don't think there's a temple there, is there? Though.
No, I thought we were temple
There's
hunting.
one
We were-
in the background. I'd have to see the.
That was the town we were going to for armor.
Oh, okay.
I need to pick
That's
up some
right.
ruby dust while we're there too, so I can
Okay.
actually force gauge things.
How much gold do we have now as in group funds to spend?
Am I muling all of the gold, or does anybody else have any? If I'm muling it all, it's $4.95.
I think I've got like 10.
We have to have more than that.
I have 39. We have a lot of gems that are not like just raw gold.
Yeah.
That's what it'd be like. There has to be like gems that we can convert to something. So I know we had like at least 20,000 in gems that I had with Reese before he died.
No, I apologize. I have 10 silver from the babysitting job. That's how much I have.
I forgot about that.
Karamu did crack a diamond into multiple parts, but never
Right.
cashed it in.
Yeah.
So there's a
think-
lot of.
That was one of the 10,000 gold diamonds, and we were keeping the bits for reses as needed.
Yeah.
Well, there was some dust made from it, if I remember rightly, or did we want to keep that for components as well?
The dust was also needed for certain spells, I thought, because there were certain spells that needed specifically dust.
Yeah, I think dust is it greater restoration?
I don't remember. It was something.
But we do have other gems that we can pawn off,
If needed. We haven't really needed it yet.
and other stuff we can sell.
So I didn't realize I needed 1,500 gold pieces worth of ruby dust for a force gauge. It's not consumed, so thank God, but I do need to have
Yeah.
it.
Which was crazy.
It's a crazy good spell.
Yeah, you even need like 1,000 gold worth of like something for a goblet for scrying.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. It's like 1,000 golds worth of gems into a goblet or mirror.
Oh wow.
It's the same, if I remember rightly, with Heroes Feast. You need like a dual goblet of so much.
That one might be 5,000 gold or something ridiculous.
Yeah. I know you can make one with a wish spell, but it's crazy use of a wish spell.
Yeah. Fortify and see if I
DM is checking something.
Nice.
I was going to say, if we're buying armor, though, we are going to need some gold.
I am going through right now and making a list of all non-mundane items that we have as group loot. So if anybody wants any of the items, or if we want to sell for gold, we can make
Oh
that
man,
decision.
that's very close.
Yeah,
I thought
let
you
me
were
look.
just gonna say fuck at the end or something.
I don't think I really have much.
I've got some manacles I never used that I could sell off.
Yeah, as soon as you sell them, we'll need them.
Why do I have a herbology book?
Mm. Maybe you were thinking about gardening at one point.
Apparently, it's part of adventuring gear.
All right, Spearman, you can go back home. Get your job.
I have an ornate vest with green and gold embroidery. I didn't write down what that was worth.
That was
or
from
anything.
me, and it was because you were wrapped something in it.
I wrapped the
Oh.
cards in them.
Yeah.
I know what I could sell if we have absolutely nobody who needs a plus charisma bonus. I could sell the bracelet of passion.
Could always use more charisma. I'm not maxed yet.
I did offer it to you, but you said no.
Yeah, I liked you not being able to curse.
Yeah, but it gives you a +4 charisma.
Oh, that's too much. I just need 1 charisma.
Attacking myself and keep dying.
Are you sitting at a 19 right now?
Uh-huh.
I'm sitting at a 16. Like, it's crazy. I could multi-class.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's really worth.
Like,
Oh,
I could start taking levels in Bard.
all right. I know what I'm going to do this evening when everybody's resting.
We'll see who does the settling.
Oh, man.
You didn't need some orders. You can just skip those orders, sucker. Wait, can I cap him?
Apparently, someone's a sucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bless you.
Roland's in luck. We have 2 rubies, each worth 1,000 gold.
Oh, so just need to get the ground down then. It's even easier.
We have way too much random shit.
Part of the problem was me taking a class that could give himself a bag of holding from the very beginning. So I could literally just hoard every weird piece of crap that came across. I'm too much of a magpie. Wait, we were told to go talk to a guy named Ronald? Or something?
Yes.
Okay, that's fun. I've got his journal in my bag.
Oh, excellent.
That might make it easier to find him.
Wait, is that the guy who we're not supposed to ask, or Karamu's not supposed to ask for by name because it's the same name? Or it's a different guy. Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
No, the Renault guy is the guy who did the anti-magic tattoo, the super duper wizard.
The Mystic Headmaster, according to the journal.
I'm going to say, if we've got a guy who can do magical tattoos, I'm interested.
Whenever you guys are ready, let me know and we can move forward. I know you guys were doing a count of finances.
Our list, oh shit, is in Slack and it is long. I did find interesting things like the Ledger of the Dead from Vinla from before the world kind of changed entirely. That might be interesting.
But does that legend now? Is that legend now rewritten like Marty McFly photo style?
Jesus.
I don't even know what all of these things are.
We have
A
a,
lot of them
skin
are
of a
stuff-
tunneling viper? What?
Remember those snakes we fought in the tunnel?
No.
Remember that
The Infinity Tunnel?
Oh,
we skipped one of them? That's the skin.
right. I forgot about that.
What
Wow.
is
That was one of the things I got. Awesome. Gross, but
Wait.
awesome.
Is that charisma for dummies book a literal? If you read this tome long enough, you gain a point of charisma. So I was going to say that'd get Zarash to 20.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember us getting that.
that book?
That's not something that I had with Reese. Most of this is, but
What is cool as door?
It's a cool ass door. It's
you,
just a
you
door that
can
looks
push this
really
stuff
nice.
into the items list mostly. It should come up.
Oh, I forgot about the Hat of Disguise.
It is.
Yeah, it's a
It's-
crafting thing.
Yeah, that you can craft into items. If it's turned into a necklace, you gain heat resistance. If you turn it into chain gloves, it's +3 heat resistance. Turned into chainmail, it's +5 heat resistance. So apparently it's good for heat resistance.
We've also got the chunk of mithril as
Do
well,
you remember they?
which I can't remember if it was enough to make an armor piece or not, but we thought that somebody might eventually want armor.
It is a 1/4 pound of mithril.
Ah, it's not going to be enough.
We have a 1/4 pound of mithril just randomly.
And say, what can you do with a 1/4 pound of? Mind you,
If
mithril-
memory serves, there was more.
No. Oh yeah, because I think that was when we went to like the jewel crafter and Reese like broke off part
Yep.
to do trade. And...
So I kept paying for stuff.
Yeah, well, to be
Wait.
fair, considering how light mithril is, a 1/4 pound of mithril is actually quite a lot.
Mm.
We've also got a pound of platinum.
We could probably have that melted down into coinage.
Well, I love the 1 pound of platinum is worth 500 gold. But I'm wondering if we convert that into, like, actually press coins.
Yes, thank you.
Highly
Where was it?
illegal, but probably worth more.
Papers I put in the closet with all the other
Mhm.
important papers.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, yay for me. I kept all the important
Yep.
papers together.
We've got smith's tools, tinker's tools, thieves' tools.
Oh, in the middle of my wife's playing D&D, and in the middle of the game, she's also doing a homestead exemption. They recently increased the taxes to $100,000.
A vial of rock monster dust. Also, F you with the infernal puzzle box comment. Just seen that, you dick. The salamander
Maybe
tooth ain't
later.
probably worth much. Did we ever sell those crocodile skins?
I don't even remember we have those.
Yeah, if
I'm
we
sure
didn't,
we-
they're not in my inventory anymore.
Okay.
Reese didn't get them, so that weren't in his pile of crap.
What's
Yeah.
the chemist's lantern? Is that
I-
like just a lantern we found at a chemist's, or is it an actual thing?
No,
that-
it was one of the special items we needed to fix the portal.
I
Okay.
fully am imagining you guys sitting around a table eating breakfast, looking at like a treasury journal that Karamu has. and you're
Hmm.
just trying to account for things so that way you know how you're going to provide, like, pay for
Being
your
like, why do we have this?
Is the Nightfall Pearl the one that casts darkness, or the one that holds a spell slot?
No, it's much more powerful than that. I was about to say it would be very thematic
mean,
for
it
Roland to have it.
does kind of cast darkness, but damn it.
Yeah, but more like by turning it into night across
Yes.
the entire world.
Or
Oh, okay.
several miles or something.
Is that like a one-time effect use thing, or can you?
For long rest, I think, if I remember. It's not coming up on
Ooh,
the
why the hell
inventory
do you
list.
not have that active then? That'd be really useful.
Reese did.
It requires
It just didn't come
attunement,
up.
so
Hmm.
that's why I'm not using it.
Roland has attunement slots, and he's got a lot of like night theming going on.
Does the
Yeah,
Eye of the
10
Fancier do anything?
if
Which
crafted into jewelry.
Okay.
Eye of the Fancier, if we craft it into jewelry, wearer will always have the ability to know when storm is coming.
Okay. Tilo's utility tool is the shovel thing, right?
it turns into any tool you need.
Okay.
It's not the shovel thing. It's another thing that Brock
It's
has.
the right tool for the job.
Yeah, the shovel that I have just casts move dirt, whatever the cantrip
Is
is.
the frost gland from that giant thing we fought on the mountainside?
Yep, same place where the salamander teeth came from. It was a frost salamander.
Gotcha. And a small vial of anti-venom. Okay. There's probably some stuff there that we don't need that we could sell. I'm guessing Token of Friends is literally just it casts friends.
No, it is much more involved. That is, I believe that is a custom item, but
All of these items are available on D&D Beyond for you to examine what they are.
Right, okay.
Nightfall Pearl
And-
is not showing up in the search list. I do not know why. Because I definitely had it in Reese's inventory.
Yeah, the token of friends is like a old friendship locket where it snaps in half and one of you has it and the other one doesn't. Or you each take half, and then you have abilities that each of you can use, but it only stays split for 30 minutes and then it forcefully comes back.
Are those charges like of all time or for the next for the day?
For what? What are we looking at?
The Token of Friends. It has 6 charges which may be expended to cast the following spells.
Yeah. Underneath that, it says expended charges may be recovered after a long rest at the rate of 1d4 plus
Just saw
1.
that bit. Yeah, I missed that because I went straight to the you may use an action to split the amulet. I like the damage split function on that. We should really make use of that more often.
Karamu would have, but again, attunement, and he is fully using his attune slots.
I can gladly break up and not use the bracelet if you want me to take it. Also, while the amulet is split, the necklace wielder gains a +3 to AC. Why the fuck am I not wearing this? Holy shit. This thing's amazing. No, really, this kind of thing might actually keep me alive more often. If no one's using it, I'll gladly take it.
So it's only AC when you split it and give it to someone else, though.
Yeah, but if I know we're going into, action
yeah.
for 30 minutes, you can pre-prep split it and give it to somebody, and then somebody can cast a bunch of spells off it.
Right. So, but here's the thing though. So let's say you split it with someone else. You're taking damage and they're taking damage.
Yeah, but
You're
I
both
usually,
taking damage.
but it says I take half damage. So if it was something that was cutting or bludgeoning, that's already halved. Would it then be halved again?
While the other party member holds the halved amulet, any damage taken is shared equally with the necklace wielder and the holder.
So it's not split between you. It's you both.
Both get damage.
Yeah, no, I get you. I know you both get damage, but
No,
say I
like-
took 14 damage. Would it be 7 each or would it be 14 each?
It would be like if it was 14 damage, it would be 7 each.
See, this actually might be manageable. Who
But the
fancies-
other person doesn't get an AC check on that. If you fail, they get it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just thinking like that would bump me up to AC 19. Which means stuff might actually miss me for once. And I already take half damage, so it would be quarter damage on a lot of stuff.
You would
No,
just
but
have to find someone to share it with and actually be willing to take the damage.
If you already take half damage, then it's negated. Your damage won't be halved again.
So if I take, say, something hits me for 20 damage cutting, so I take 10 for raging, it
Mhm.
doesn't then get split into 5 and 5?
Nope.
It gets split into 10 and 10,
Okay, never mind then.
quite possibly.
That's
Mhm.
not worth it then. I thought it would be halved and halved again, because if it was halved and halved again, that would be really strong.
No, it is not halved and halved again. So if it's like if it was 20 ace, if it was 20 damage, the other person would take 10 and you would still take your 10.
But I wouldn't then halve it to 5 because I'd be resistant to cutting and bludgeoning, etc.
Nope. Resistances will any resistances or any other abilities will overthrow the halving ability of the token.
Okay.
Think about it like
That wasn't in the thing, but okay. Go ahead.
I would think it operates similarly to Warding Bond,
Hmm.
the spell.
Yeah. Okay, that's a shame because I could have really done with a way to bump my AC up. And somebody having basically a mass cure wounds on hand would have been really useful.
Okay, so I'm not going to take anything off that list.
No, in that case, then no. I'll pass on that.
I would take the Nightfall Pearl, but I can't actually grab it in the inventory system. Everything else is showing up, and I know that was showing up. I don't know why it's not now.
So I will clarify with the amulet, it does not have to be halved, like split apart, in order to be used. That's a secondary ability.
Yeah, but considering the primary ability, I wouldn't be able to use most of the time because I can't cast spells while raging.
Right. I gotcha.
The AC would have been the most useful thing. And I thought I could double dip on halving damage, which would have been really, really good. But if I can't, then never mind.
I gotcha.
Might be really good for Arlie, though.
Yeah, for Arlie, that's great. Because Arlie, can cast Mass Cure Wounds. And again, it's our tank would be taking half damage if she can find someone to split it with.
Which one?
The
Right.
amulet of the token of friends.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
I think you already had, isn't your level 7 aura about taking damage anyway?
No, that's if other people take damage.
Well, I have something where I can take damage for somebody.
But you basically
Here I go here.
you get to nominate somebody to basically be a second health pool for you.
Shield. Yeah, I can. At 7th level, I can shield others from harm at the cost of my own health. So you, if you're in 10 feet of me, I can use my reaction to take the damage.
But using this would be like having your own personal spirit link totem, and you'd get another +3 to your AC.
Right. I don't know that I would. Like, I'm very cool with sharing with to take damage off of somebody else, but I don't know that I would share to give some damage that I take to somebody else.
Mm,
It makes sense.
yeah.
Bonus to AC would be wonderful because, yes, things have been smishing me. It's one of the reasons why I was going to try and get some new armor.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's any armor I can get which would surpass my unarmored bonus.
Mm-hmm.
I would need something that replaces the +4 I get from Constitution.
The Charisma for Dummies book was a mundane book. It's not a magical item. Okay.
Man, it's just like stock takes at work.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before you leave town and cast a spell and travel? Going to take the silence as a no.
I think I know why I can't get that stupid pearl.
Do
Why
you
is
not
that?
have Critical Role content enabled on your
I
computer?
Don't think I do.
Yeah.
I just noticed it was a wild mount item. There it is. Guess I'll take that and attune it. Since I have slots going unused.
Anything else? I'm just over here copying, pasting stuff into my documents here. So you guys just let me know when you're ready, and we will progress.
I'm good.
Good to go. Oh my god.
Yeah,
did
I'm
you
good
do?
too.
I'm good.
Okay. I'm not looking at everybody, so all right. I'm gonna assume unless you said you're not ready, we're gonna move forward. So we're gonna progress. We're gonna progress forward on this. We're gonna say you guys have already exited the town, already walked up to the tree, and Karamu is going to cast said spell because it's already been determined that is how you'll be traveling again. Am I correct? Fantastic.
Before Karamu would cast a spell, he would look at Roland and say, "Are you ready for this?"
No. But I'm not going to get more ready.
Now that song's stuck in my head. Are you
This
ready
is
for
true, but
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
you weren't with us when we did this before, were you, Roland?
No.
Essentially, our happy tree friend
Well,
here.
The tree thing, we did that to get down to Svedla or something like that.
Oh, was that out of character? I didn't realize that was with Roland. Alright, never mind then. Just remember, everybody, you got 6 seconds to get through. Don't stop on the other side. Then people just run into each other and everybody falls down. It's not good. And then he'll pop open the portal in the tree.
Okay. What order do you? I need two things. One, I need to know what order you go through in. Two, Karamu, I need you to roll a D100.
Melvin's going first.
Okay.
Karamu
You're
would go
muted, Ali.
last.
Okay.
You're still muted, Ali.
Second to last.
Then I'll follow Melvin.
So,
I'll go in just after Brock then.
so it'll be Melvin, Brock, Roland, Allura, Czar, Karamu.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
76.
Okay.
She has no poker face game at all.
There's a reason I don't play poker.
Because you guys have all set me up to have a really, really negative reunion with my mother, and she's gonna be like dead for a century or some bullshit.
I knew we should have scried her. Just to check.
Okay. Switch the map.
Sorry, I'm distracted by Endus's cat in the background.
She's in a mood.
So she's cat.
Yes, now the graceful. I will stick my foot right up in the air and lick my ass.
No, before that, she was just spinning around on the top of a thing.
You have two cats, right, Endus?
Yeah, but the other one is Bengal who hates me. So
Oh.
As cats are wanting to do.
there's no reason for it. It's just I'm not her
Oh.
person.
You just happen to be the person who lives in the same house as her.
Isn't she supposed to be your cat?
Mochi, this one is my cat. The other one is not my cat.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Mochi. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, so whose cat's the Bengal?
I live in a big collective family thing. So it's my sister's cat.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to remember which house is the house we're going to, and I guess it doesn't really matter which house it is.
Because we have not ended
I
up-
remember there was a nice cabin and then there was a big open field because things came attacking across the field. It was weird and crazy.
I missed this episode. I think I was somewhere else. I can't remember what show I was doing, but I was not here. It's been a while.
Hold on, I gotta get tokens in place and then I'll bring you guys over.
I wonder if this town has a magic shop now.
We don't know this town still exists.
That's the other thing.
Oh look,
Well,
it's a
we
smoking
know it-
ruin devastated by dragons.
I know it somewhat exists. We did scry it.
Well, we knew that this house exists on the outskirts of town.
We're going to find out it's like a Breath of Fire scenario. It's like the one building on the outskirts of town that they have left.
You guys don't remember Edelon, do you?
Remember a little bit.
Literally all I remember
The-
is this cabin we were at and the field and being attacked.
The
I
the
remember
mom's
nothing
house.
about the area.
The mom's house was in the middle of a town.
I thought her house was out in the middle of nowhere and there was a field next to it.
That's
No.
right.
That was a brother and sister that I don't remember what their relation to anything
Oh.
was.
Oh.
It doesn't matter
right.
now.
Because that was
They were
when we fought the something that kept dropping ice patches.
they were
Oh,
part of the
Epsilon. I heard
security,
Edelon at first.
like the intelligence agency for that one queen lady we hated.
Well, this looks nice. And completely not at all dangerous.
Welcome to Edelon.
Did it look like this before? And
Yep.
I'm being out of character because I was not here that game.
Nope. Looks identical.
Well, we didn't fuck this place up. Good job.
I have to reload because it didn't move me.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
So you guys
What?
arrive in a peaceful backyard. The tree behind you appears to be in its fall foliage as the weather does appear to be cooler. Hard to say if it's actually getting cold or if it's just coming in off of the ocean, which means you can also smell the salty air and see the ocean in the distance as you are on an island. It is very humid, not in the way of hot humid and sticky humid, but just humid in that like there is moisture in the air. Again, you're right off the ocean, so it would make sense.
Who paints an entire town gray? I mean, even they painted the trees.
What?
What are you talking about?
Oh shit! I think something's wrong. You're all gray too.
What did you do?
Karamu banged his head going through the tree.
Karamu
Can't see
now lives in
clearly
Black and
anymore.
White TV world. Holy shit!
Okay.
It's
Karamu's playing WandaVision.
I was gonna say, does anybody remember a film in the 90s with Brendan Fraser called Pleasantville?
Yep.
Basically, he just stepped back into the 1950 section. He needs to punch a guy and he'll see the world in color again.
There's other options, as I recall.
Magic.
Fire!
You could have sex with a shopkeep.
Yes, that did work.
I mean, I
He
could,
made
but
the judge yell. That worked.
I could, but what good would that do?
Might get us a discount on the armor.
Actually, I've got to say, well done when you were haggling the price of the diamond. Well done for not just saying 200 gold and a night of your services. I was amazed you didn't. to be
And
honest.
and Arlie, it could also increase the cost of the armor.
Depends. You never know.
She might want to know what that trunk's for. Moving swiftly on. Ollie, why do you put these things in my head? Terrible.
The house before you is made of solid brick. It is sturdy. There is no smoke coming from the chimney. In fact, when you look around, it looks like most of the homes do not have smoke coming from the chimneys. It would be a safe bet that you would be able to guess either everybody is still asleep or they have already begun their work days and have quieted their homes.
Do we see anyone around?
Beyond the home, and beyond the home in front of you, you do see a road where there are people occasionally walking by, or because she's on the corner to the right, there is another home or another road that you see people occasionally walking by.
For a second, I thought you said rogue instead of road, and I was like, there's just randomly a rogue seeing us all walk out of a tree.
Yeah, me.
DM question.
Answer.
How was this brick last time we were here? Or were they
What
wood?
was that?
Were the houses brick last time we were here?
Brick-
or were they wood?
Brick and like a stucco cement.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not that they've done a case of let's not build ourselves out of wood while there's dragons around now.
No.
Okay, so there hasn't
No,
been a
given
change
that
of
they're-
architecture, there hasn't been a change of anything.
It makes logical sense that if they get a lot of storms and they are near a coast, they have something built to withstand them.
Okay. All right.
So, Roland,
Yeah.
do you want to go talk to your mom by yourself?
Probably should. I don't know if I should knock on the back door though. I'm gonna go around to the front.
Well, whatever you think is best. I was just checking if you wanted onlookers or not, or if we should go do other things.
Someone might want to cover the back door, considering last time
I'll
What happened last time?
She ran.
she tried to
Yeah.
run from us, and I ended up standing on her.
yeah.
And Reese got mad at me.
I will
Danny's
stay back
mother.
here.
To be fair, I wasn't standing on her. I was just holding her down with my foot.
What was that, Radix?
That's kind of standing on
I
it.
just said I'd be if people wanted to go up front, I'll stay back here.
Wait, are we sure this is the house? I thought she was further in town.
The plan was the tree at her house in her backyard, I think.
So says the man who wasn't here on the last time we were here.
I know, but
Yeah.
somebody said her place was inside the temple.
No.
No,
No.
in the town.
Okay.
Yeah, I had said center of town. And actually, I think it was the greenhouse with the pink tree to the west, just to the west of us, but
Ah,
it is
jeez.
not important.
Sure, we can move to that one. I don't care.
She moved house in this
I don't
timeline.
care. Here, you guys can have a nice big field behind you that you poured it into.
I knew there was a field.
I don't care. There you go. You guys can be at this house. She'll be here now.
Did you move us? Because I didn't.
Yep.
We didn't move.
I
All
done
right.
did move you.
Let me reload.
Okily dokily.
So, what I'm guessing is that first, initially, we should stay to make sure she doesn't flee, and then let you be by yourself, Roland.
Melvin will go up to the near the back door and start to quietly brace himself against it.
Okay, then I'll go up front just to.
Yeah.
Roland's just gonna get around to the front, take a moment to just collect himself, and then knock on the door.
Let's stay at the back with Melvin.
Okay.
So
Karen will
Melvin's
cover the
bracing against it, ready to.
Karen covers the northern window.
You probably need to be closer to the house, Melvin.
Yeah, I need to move my token.
I'm so glad Roland can't see what you guys are doing.
Oh, you
Whoa.
will if
Quick, block all the exits!
You just went all the way across the map. On
No, I
me.
just went. I thought we said it was the house by the pink tree.
That's not near a pink tree.
There's a pink tree right next to me.
Where you moved from, there was a pink tree. There you go.
Wait, what? I moved myself. I thought you meant this pink tree here.
No,
that
we moved you
one.
back to where you should be.
Right. Okay.
I keep putting you back at the right house. You keep moving yourself.
Okay. Right. I'm not moving.
Okay. My word.
Because everybody else hasn't moved yet. I've still got everyone's tokens across the map, so I'm going to reload.
Okay. While he's doing that, Roland, please give me a D10 roll.
Ooh.
One.
Okay.
Nice. Perfect.
You knock on the door and get no answer.
Well, that's anticlimactic.
Knock louder.
We have business to do here, right? Like, I could just sit here and you guys can carry on.
I will. I don't have anything here. I'll safety reasons. I'll hang around, but I'll give you your space.
Are you calling towards the back if we want to go do our stuff since Melvin and I stayed through the back, or
I'll walk
Just
around and just say like, I don't think she's home, guys. So take care of the shopping.
maybe that's what she wants you to think.
Hey,
What are you even
Caramel.
talking about?
She was a little sneaky last time.
Caramel, do you want to scry and see where she is right now?
No.
She also said that sometimes she will stand by the coast to help calm the storms.
Hmm.
All right.
But it's an island. Which coast?
I couldn't
Where's
say.
the storm right now?
Maybe there isn't one because of her.
Yeah.
As to where, I don't know. And player knowledge, I don't remember if she had like a spot or not.
I'm gonna go across the street to the house with the blue roof on it and just knock on the door there.
Okay. Give me a D10.
$10.
Somebody answers.
Hi, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm looking for Rihanna, who would be living in the house just behind over here, your neighbor. Long-term acquaintance, and just wanted to touch base with her again. But she doesn't seem to be home. I was wondering if you knew where she might be.
Yeah, well, she's probably coming in late from her shift. She usually works the late shifts over in the quarry.
Okay.
So I'd imagine she just isn't in yet. You could probably find her over with over with the smithy and stuff. That's usually where the core people gather before they head home.
I appreciate that. I'll go check that out, and if she's not there and I missed her, I'll come back and hopefully she'll have gotten home by then.
Absolutely. Good luck with that.
I'll just turn around to Karamu and Brock and be like, I guess we go to the smithy.
Well, that's convenient.
Yay!
It's weird she's working in the quarry.
If it's all the same, I'm going to kind of hang here.
Okay.
Just something is rubbing me the wrong way.
Out of character, yeah, things are fucky, but Roland has no comparison to make.
Out of character, I'm wondering if the neighbor's covering for her and she's just lying low. And
So yeah, I'm gonna like hang by this tree or whatever, like lounging for the day, on my pack with the tree by me or whatever.
Okay. Are you trying to be sneaky?
Nope.
Okay.
Mostly because the alternate theory would be like I could scale the tree and be sneaky. I don't know how, like, if it's just this one tree or whatever. I don't know what my options are truly.
So the biggest trees are posted on the map. There are smaller trees around, but that's like your biggest ones are going to be posted.
Okay. You know what? Sure, I'll be sneaky about it, I guess. That's fine.
Okay. Do you want to roll for it?
Stealth roll?
Yeah.
You said yes.
Yup.
Okay. That's fine. 32.
Okie dokie. Noted. Okay. You guys are headed up to the northeast. Oh, to visit the smithy.
Hopefully also find a jeweler who can break down some ruby.
The smithy, the smithy.
Maybe inset some jewels into
Wait.
things.
Which building is the smithy?
I assume it's somewhere up in this corner.
Yeah, so you actually notice that it's like that whole section is smith work
Ooh.
and metallurgy. There's a huge forge in the center that is just blaring smoke. In the back, you see a cave and quarry where people are coming and going from. Lanterns are being carried in. You've got carts coming in and out of it. Like, it's a very active area. For those of you that were here last time, you would note that cave was not in use the last time you were here. There's something wrong with you. What are you guys doing? Smithy's there.
Roland's going to be scanning around, just looking to see if he can spot his mother, knowing what she should look like,
Give me a D10.
or like any kind of gathering place.
Give me a D10.
7.
Okay. You do notice a gathering spot off in the distance where people have come over here, where there's like a cart path almost that goes along here. You do notice people are gathering at the end of the cart path. And they do appear to be covered in dirt from being in the mine.
I will make my way over that way then.
Are any of you going with him, or any of you going in a different direction? Any of you going anywhere else?
I'm gonna follow along for now.
I'll follow along, but I'm just looking at the shops, as you know, the buildings as we're passing, and looking like if anywhere looks like it's somewhere that sells goods for trade, as opposed to just general industrial and crafting places.
They all look like it all looks like commission work.
Okay.
So, but you hear like the ringing of steel, the hammers, the anvils, like you hear a lot of work going on in this area. So it's a very loud, busy, bustling area.
Okay. I'm just going to take note of what shops seem to be like we're passing by. Like, for example, is one specifically armor or weapons or utility stuff? I may or may not need. Oh no, wait! I still have a shovel. It was my maul I lost.
All right. So when you get over there, you see a group of people gathering and talking. It's a group of roughly 20 people. Like, it's a pretty big group. You see a lot of people like handing off lanterns, handing off like pails and pickaxes, all kinds of stuff going on there.
I'll scan around to see if I can spot any kind of familiar face in there.
You do get a glimpse of a pair of bright blue eyes.
I'll make my way in, try to get a better look. I'm not being like hostile or aggressive, but I'm
Mhm.
Are y'all
very
talking
single-mindedly, like carefully pushing people out of the way to get through.
I'm going to
You-
peek from the doorway.
I'd be happy to join.
You see the familiar face pause and make eye contact with you, and tears start to form.
And was she standing up or sitting down somewhere?
She is standing.
Melvin
Walk
is
over and just stand in front of her for a moment.
And you see like slow, like the slow rolling tears. Like she's just like nothing to say, like just bright blue eyes staring back at you.
Yeah, I'll lean down and hug her.
And she will hug you back and start sobbing.
I don't think we need to worry if this place is a back door.
I'm also going to start apologizing. But not
She's
really
not-
like in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know. Why are you sorry? You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. It's okay.
He's gone, Mom.
What? What are you talking about? Who's gone? You're here. It's fine.
Reese was here first,
What?
and I'm here because Reese didn't make it. That's what my friends tell me.
What? Like you see it like you're slowly slowly starting to dawn on her, and like her face starts to go pale. And she just like starts sobbing uncontrollably.
I'm gonna like see if there's chairs or something we can sit down in, or something like that.
You find like a turned over cart you could sit on, um that you guys would be able to sit down with.
I'll just sit her down and we'll start going over all the particulars of what Roland understands to have happened and things like that. I might leave out the whole time tearing itself apart and rebuilding.
Sorry, Sil was apprising me of the Karamu situation. It was making me laugh. I missed what you just said.
I'm just gonna sit her down and just run over like roughly what has been going on. I'm gonna leave out the fact that like time has been rewritten.
Okay.
Like if she doesn't remember Reese meeting with her, then this is clearly a different timeline. I'm not opening that wound because it just
Yeah.
seems extra pointless.
Yeah, no, she has no recollection of Reese ever being out there. She remembers her time in your realm, but the the time since she's returned has been shifted. And a good fair bit of the time before she left is different. Like her reasons for leaving now are like she was sent to go and investigate other realms versus she had to leave, like she had to escape or whatever. She was sent instead. um the reason she was called back was because of the dragon uprising.
Okay.
So while Roland and his mom are catching up, what else would anybody else like to do? Karamu is currently trying to hide.
Yeah. I was gonna say, as soon as I see like the Reese and her are good and it's okay, I'm gonna go look for Karamu.
Yeah, once I see the hug and such, like Melvin's gonna stop looking in the building to see if there was a back door the whole time.
Well, I mean, they're outside.
Oh right, well in that case,
Yeah.
we'll just leave them to it, and I'm just gonna start looking around the different shops.
Okay.
After I find Karamu, I'm gonna be like, all right, I need you to come with me so I can go see about armor.
Is it safe?
It's safe. It should be fine for now.
Okay. Where are we going?
Where does it look like there might be somebody who is working on armor or has armor around in this area?
Also, did we determine if anybody else needed anything crafted?
I think Melvin was looking for a weapon.
Either a
Alright.
weapon or braces of protection.
Mm.
But I may need more of a magical item shop for that than anything else. But yeah, braces of defense, lovely.
Like I should have been I shouldn't have picked like one of the harder classes to play to start off with. And one of my friends suggested it. He's a hardcore gamer. He owns it on most games he plays. He's like, yeah, you should just start off the next play.
Hang on, I will move my token so you can read that one.
Thank you. But just because of the unique letters that I could read around your token, I actually knew what it was. So I was like, ah.
Just need to figure out what the other ones are.
So what was happening? So one reason I stopped playing as much is because in my right hand and already had like issues with my bones back like dislocated before. So I've got some full ligaments in my right hand, and just gaming too much between work, gaming, typing, and everything, and playing music. My hands were fucking killing me every goddamn day. So I had to like take a break from something. Yep.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, it just takes a little bit, man. Totally understand. Yeah, I've been slacking on my guitar playing of late. I haven't played in like 3 weeks.
All right, there we go. Everything has been labeled for the most part. The only two buildings I'm not going to label. This one. Get off that tool. That's not going to work. This one here is actually just a guard tower, and this is a general, like that's the primary forge. So you see a lot of people going to the forge and then going back to their area and then going back to the forge.
Okay.
The closer you are to the forge, the hotter it is. If your character is walking along that inner area, I need to know about it because it is not comfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around that to get to this weaponsmith's. So if you think going from where I was to there counts, then yes.
Like, you wouldn't want to just shoot straight across. Like, because one, you've got people carrying hot metal back and forth.
Oh, I'll be getting the heck out of their way, yeah.
All over the place. And two, like being near the forge is uncomfortably hot. So if like your general sense would not be to cut straight across that area.
No, I'd go
So
round. If it's
Yeah.
possible to go around, I'd go around.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Who would like to go first?
Mm. Okay. So yeah, I have Karamu and Toll and walk up to the plate armor area and look around for somebody who looks like they're in charge-ish.
You come across like 6 people working on different variations of plate armor.
I'm just like generally like, hello, excuse me, can somebody help me? Possibly, maybe.
Without lifting his head, a gentleman who is currently forming a sheet of metal across an anvil hollers out to you, "What do you need, miss?"
Ideally a set of full plate armor.
"Check the storefront, miss."
That is where?
"To the south, miss."
Thank you. There we.
And he like absently waves and just keeps going to his
Okay.
doing his work.
Oh, like continue taking Karamu around the outside around to the storefront.
I imagine you're like a little kid, you just kind of grab his hand and you're like, "Let's go."
Yeah.
Which
Or
I
maybe
get
like
the
his
feeling-
pinky finger because his hand is probably pretty big.
Right.
DM, I get the feeling like any inquiries I make at the weaponsmith are going to have the exact same response.
Pretty much. Like if
So
you're
as I leave, I probably catch them walking by, and I'm going to like go in tow with them.
okay.
We're all heading to the same place.
Yay.
And you see people coming and going from several different booths. You see a lot of like full sets of armor on display, different variations of plate and chainmail, even certain variations of leather and or studded leather armor are there, just showing different options. You see people with different like different displays of weapons, but also tools. All kinds of different metals in use. You see like this huge like variety going on here.
Awesome. I'm gonna start looking at what they have as far as like plate armor. Poking at it.
Are you just looking or are you getting touchy?
I will probably get touchy because I can't control myself.
Okay. The first time you go to touch a piece of armor, someone appears out of nowhere
Magic, yeah.
and is like, "Hands to yourself, please, no touching."
Oh, I'm sorry. It just looked really nice.
It is very pretty, but we've had enough people touch and it all falls apart. The displays are very delicate.
Oh, so these aren't like real pieces of armor, like, you know.
They are. But they're hung delicately on wood mannequins, like frames.
Oh,
So
okay.
that you can see the full set.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. The last thing you want is to put a dent in a piece of armor you don't actually want. Or
Mhm.
fit you. I don't really know with sizing and stuff.
Yeah.
You're rather tall.
I am. Thanks.
I know. I'm rather short. And you realize this person is actually remarkably short.
Like as short as Brock or
How tall is Brock?
I want to say like 4 foot.
Just like barely taller than Brock.
Yeah, I'm exactly 4 foot.
Well, Melvin's like 4'10". He just turns to me and he's like, I feel you, buddy.
He's shorter than Melvin.
No.
Oh, wow. I sort of feel you, buddy. Like, Melvin feels big for once without needing to rage first.
Karamu shrugs.
I was gonna say. So you have some nice plate
Well,
armor
thank you.
here.
Thank you very much. Our smiths are very proud of their work.
Do you have any that are made out of unique metals?
Yes. Is there a metal you're looking for?
Yes. Let me look it up. Because I don't remember. I remember there was, but my brain went.
Adamantine.
I was gonna say I was thinking it was adamantine, but I couldn't remember for sure if it was or not.
That's the anti-crit, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. that's what it
Adamantine is anti-crit. Yeah.
Yeah, mithrils for mobility and sneaking.
is. Which I'm never doing anyway.
Yeah.
So yes, I inquire if there's any adamantine armor. I guess I just spelled it wrong. There it is.
Yeah, D&D likes adamantine, not adamantium.
I hear message notifications, but they're not for me.
So Splendor was trying to say something, realized she was muted, and then instead of hitting on mute, she knocked her camera off.
Yeah. Look, the buttons are right next to each other. What I tried to say is that I was picturing Zard like whip out a pair of spectacles and like lick her thumb and start flipping through it.
I read about it in a book.
and then I tried to mute myself again and hit the camera button.
I see.
I'm just imagining Zars going through the. You guys wouldn't know what this is. It's the Argos catalog. It's like basically we have this one store that's like a magazine. Everything you want is in this big thick magazine, and the magazines are there when you go into the store as well as you can take them home, and you just write what you want on a tiny slip of paper, pay for it at the reception, and then it just gets brought out of a warehouse to you.
We had those back in the 1980s. They were JCPenney's and Sears catalogs.
Yeah, we still have it. It's called Argos. But when you go into the store, the book is laminated, so it's not damaged. And there's a comedian called Bill Bailey who once jokingly called it the Laminated Book of Dreams. To which now, when they printed off their 20th year anniversary one, they called it the Laminated Book of Dreams.
That's amazing.
To catch the tears of joy.
So the person runs over and takes a look at a couple things and double checks something, comes back over, and they're really quick about it. We have some adamantine pieces, yes. Like sets. So the adamantine that we do is done as a reinforcement to plate armor. Because it's on its own could be too soft and thereby not protect you. Most people don't want that. So you would be paying for a standard set of armor, which would be 1,500 gold, and then you would need to pay for the adamantine as well. So then that would be an additional 900 gold, and then the fitting process would be 150 gold.
Look at Caramel like.
Why are you looking at me?
You know how much money we have.
I'm pretty sure we have enough.
Really?
I assume they'll take gems in trade. Or we can go offload gems. If they are like, oh, money only, or
Yes, we'll go get your wheelbarrow of coin.
And Kermu is not being like quiet about it at all. He's
No,
just
we're
like,
completely discussing this right in front of the store person.
yes. I
You
mean,
guys take gems?
they might also be interested in like the platinum or mithril.
Oh,
Which we were literally only hanging on to because we couldn't turn it into usable coin.
true.
Well, I also have a couple of things I might want to buy here, so maybe we figure out how much we need first.
What are you looking for, Melvin?
Uh,
Since we
a
have a
couple-
wonderful helper right here.
Well, I'm looking for a couple of things. I mean, I'm looking for armor. It's just I have a couple of problems with regular armor. I mean, these guys will tell you I'm very mobile, so I don't like wearing things, and also my size is very
Fluid.
dynamic. And and he points to like the tears in stitching in his pants and trousers from every time he hulks out, and things just don't, and everything's baggy for a reason. So like normal armor just wouldn't work with me. I'm looking for something, I don't know, smaller that might be not necessarily well crafted, but possibly magical that could keep me better protected.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
Oh. No, I mean, I've heard of people, you know, doing things as small as rings or belts or gauntlets or braces.
We have them, yes. I don't. What do you want them to? Are you looking just for a ring that's a spectacle that shows that you are very rich and you like to
No,
show off
no,
your
no.
wealth?
I'm looking for
Or
something like that adds to protection. Sometimes you get these items where they're so well crafted, and sometimes they're magically imbued that you can that they're almost an additional layer of defense. Look, I'm not the smartest Harrington in the bunch. I'm not the smartest bunny in the warren. I'm trying to explain this as best I can.
I don't know that we have imbued items. I don't know that we've come across any imbued items. We don't exactly have a oh, what would be their profession?
Like, I have these bracers you see here, right? And he shows off the bracers and thing. These are magical. Like they make me more charming and friendly than maybe I would be when I'm angry.
Congratulations.
I know. It's an absolute joy to be wearing them. I couldn't be happier.
I see this.
And you can see that there's some forced tone in his speech when he's describing them. But you know, I'd rather have something that made me a little more tougher or harder to hit, or maybe more elusive, because these guys will tell you I get punched in the face a lot when we're fighting.
You
I
should
kind of
probably learn to avoid
well, I
fists.
do my best, but you know, I can't wear armor, so sometimes you get hit, and I could do with something that could just absorb the blow a bit better.
Right. But you want something that'll absorb the blow of being hit that isn't armored. Do you want a shield?
No, and that brings me to my second point, and he pulls out his great sword. Now, I've been using this one for a while, and it's really nicely made and very, very sharp, but it's a bit light for my standards. I feel like the way I swing it around, I could take something with a bit more force, something heavier, you know, like a really large, I mean, I'm used to using a very large hammer, but I could do something like a large axe. Like bigger than Zara's axe there, but you know, like a really big thing. And I'm just wondering if you've got something of similar or better quality.
And he looks at the sword that you presented. Um, well, I am biased. I believe all of our stuff is better made than anywhere else. And given that this one has been used, and he like you see him like try to wipe off blood stains from the metal.
Hmm.
He's like, I would say
Be
we
careful, the edge is sharp.
definitely have something in better shape than this. I don't know about bigger.
No, not so much bigger, but like heavier. Like swords are the way swords are made. You would know that they're really nicely balanced. But then you
Mhm.
get things like hammers and axes, and they're a bit more top heavy. And I'm just
Okay.
looking for something where I can really use my strength and get like the weight behind the swing more.
Well, there are a variety of weapons on that half of the display.
Okay.
If you would like to go and peruse and take a look at everything,
I will. Let me guess. No touching.
no touching.
All right.
I'm not going to get blamed if you lose a finger.
Wouldn't be the first time.
He like you say that under your breath, and he like stops and looks at your hands like he still has all his fingers.
Melvin just shows off the pendant of claws.
Great.
All right, so I'm going to have a look at weaponry.
Okay.
Mainly great axes is where I'm looking. But yeah, what Melvin was looking for out of character to describe it was basically braces of defense.
Yeah, no.
No.
You wouldn't find any magical items. Like not like that here.
No. Might have to look elsewhere in town.
You do find great axes, several. Um, the big difference on them is just the handles. Some are more ornate than the others. Some have like leather accents. Some have metal accents. Some have like etchings and designs into the blade itself. Oh, excuse me. So you do find quite a few great axe options.
Anything that I would like when I compare the craft work or the master craft work to the great sword, is there anything comparable or even potentially better?
I mean, crafting wise, they all look pretty comparable.
So you'd say there's maybe they look more like if there's anything they'd be +1s. There'd be nothing like a +2 or
No, you would not find any +2s.
okay. Nah, I'm not going to spend money on a side grade at best, especially when Zar can get a huge upgrade with armor. I guess I'll have to try and find something that's got more of a magical shop in town or an oddity shop or curiosities.
You could look for more undead giants to take whatever they're wielding.
Yeah, I know.
So it was a guy we were talking to, right?
Yes.
The shopkeeper. Okay. So, would you take gems in trade for the value of the gold, or do we need to get all of it in gold? Yeah.
depends on the gem. Some gems we have use of. Different people come in wanting inlays, so some gems we are not able to refine ourselves or get our hands on to get for get for our uses. Other gems we have in abundance and we have no use for. So it just depends on the gems.
What kind of gems do we have, Karamu?
Assorted
wanna
gems.
You might want to start with the Kalez door and the Van Seer's eyes, which can be crafted into things with effects, and we don't have a way to craft them now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but we could give them the mithril and they could make the inlays for us. They could make the rings themselves. They could forge the rings out of the iron, out of the material we've got.
I would answer Czar plainly in front of the other person. Well, I mean, we have literally just some assorted gems. We got that big blue diamond. We got that quarter pound of mithril. We got that little gem thing on a ribbon. We got a pound of platinum. Roland's probably not going to want us to give away the rubies, so we'll probably keep those.
Yeah. Well, we need the other diamonds too.
We got those special freaky looking gems that Reese had. And that other weird looking gem thing.
Looking gem thing.
Yeah, it was all stuff that Reese had collected. It was like
Kalez door's a weird piece of metal.
yeah, I don't know that Karamu would have known the name of it. He just reaches in the bag. He's like, this thing.
What's that one look like as he's holding it out for the storekeep and me to see at this point?
For the longest time, it was in my bag as a weird brute-shaped piece of metal.
Oh, okay.
I'm just imagining the storekeep like hearing this and looking at all of it like,
the fuck?
like in the old Warner Brothers cartoons where you see dollar signs in the eyes. They've just been replaced by like 2 giant platinum coins.
Act now to get your items from a lost dimension of time.
Okay. So yeah, definitely let's do this.
I get the feeling, by the way, that selling Eyes of the Van Seer is probably worth quite a bit of money considering who the Van Seer are.
I mean, it's not literally their eyes.
No, but it's something that they use amongst them. And also be careful who and where you sell that stuff to.
Yeah. We are not careful, so haha.
We are anything but.
So much for that.
Yeah.
Right,
so
yeah.
when he doesn't know the name of it, he pulls out Kolaz'dor, that chunk of metal, and both Eyes of the Van Seer, and he's like, these things were the other ones that I don't know what the hell they are.
Would these be things you would be interested in?
It's possible we could have a use for them. And I say it's possible because I have to go get somebody to evaluate these for their quality to ensure that we can use them. And we have to check for legitimacy in some of our gems that we get in. So they would evaluate for that as well. So I'm going to have you hold on to those. And I'm going to go get them, and I will be right back.
Cool.
He scurries off.
Thank you.
While he's away, you see several people come to like peruse the counter, but not really buy anything. But at the same time, you see a lot of staff taking items off of the storefront and putting something else up in its place. So you see a lot of items coming and going.
Rotating stock.
Well, it's not even necessarily rotating, but like, oh, somebody's purchasing this.
Oh,
Somebody's
okay.
requested this. So we're gonna pull this off, we'll put this in its place, and they're gonna go like sharpen the blade or
Right.
buff the handle or whatever. A tall woman returns. She's tall, slender, wearing a very long, simple robe.
Hmm.
Her hair is covered and pulled back in a wrap. Her complexion is very pale, and you see her actually come from outside of the storefront from across the way. You see her like walking over, and she has like a parasol protecting her from the sunlight. She comes under
Hello.
the covering of the storefront and closes her parasol, walks over. I hear you have some items you need appraised.
Yes, please. Thank you. Point at Karamu.
She looks to Karamu.
Oh, he's not the item. He just has them.
Yes, we're not appraising our elephant man.
What items do you have for me to appraise?
He'll reach into the bag and pull out the Eyes of the Vanseer and the Kulaz door to start. And he'll kind of put them on. I assume there's like a counter. So he'll put them down on the counter and start digging out our little sack of assorted gems also.
Okay. Well, as you get ready to start putting stuff on the counter, and she quickly puts down a fabric to cover the counter to put the items on. And as you're unloading your assorted gems into onto the fabric, she lights two very specific candles nearby that she has pulled out of a pocket in her robe. One of them gives off a very specific blue flame, and the other one it gives off a large flame. But if like as you guys are sitting there, you notice no wax is falling and the candles do not burn down. But she lights these candles, and she places them in like they're in like little metal holders in the area that you guys are in, and she pulls a stool over so that she is like more at level with the counter, and begins to examine each item very intricately, holding them like within an inch of each of the different candles, and like peering at them with the candle like backlighting and all kinds of stuff, magnification, all that good stuff. So the eyes are in good condition. There are risks in purchasing these from wayward shoppers.
What's wayward mean,
Because we
Karamu?
don't know if these will actually work when they are installed. And the only way to test them is to actually apply them to armor and inlay them, and we're not doing that. Because one, it could damage the gem doing like inserting or removing. It can also damage the armor. So we're not going to do that. So we don't know if they will work or they won't work. And it's a risk we're willing to accept. But at a very reduced cost. So unless you're wanting us to inlay them into your armor, um, we would only be able to accept 200 gold each. Because we do not know if they will sincerely work or not. While the magic is in there, there is, again, risks involved with that. The metal, what was the weight? How much of it was there? The Kulazador?
£1.
So the metal here is, in most areas, very unique. Unfortunately, in our area, it is not unique. So it is not. It's not common, but it's not rare for us to come across this. We could put it to use. But by the time, for the use of like the time invested in crafting and everything involved with what we could make out of this, we would probably not make much additional. We could offer you 75 gold for the metal.
Hmm. Mhm.
And then she turns her attention to the small gems that you have laid out. Does it just say assorted gems? Does it
Mhm.
say, like, what's the actual definition?
Assorted gems.
I think I had a gold piece total in there on it, maybe.
Yeah, it's 2,000 gold pieces the total.
Okay. And you see her like she's not like doing a whole lot with them other than like rolling them on the fabric. And you
Mhm.
see that she seems to be sorting them. And she sorts them pretty much in half. We could have use for about half of these. You have a lot of um, impure gems, which are great for artistic adventures or endeavors. But for our uses, most people are looking for the purity in their gems when they come in, especially if they're coming for any type of jewel crafting in our area. So we would only have use for about half of these. And she points to the half that she had sorted away from the pile. And they do appear to be like clearer, better clarity. And she offers you 1,000 gold.
Okay. Out of character, just remind me, the price that we had been given was 1,500 plus 900 plus 300 for the gems, or for the armor, getting the
50,
adamant. Go ahead.
yeah. So It was 1,500 plus 800 plus 150.
150. I was inflating it.
You
Okay.
were. At the rate you guys are taking, who knows? So,
So
it's
it's 2450.
yeah.
I can't help but notice that the pile of gems is worth 2,000, and she says that the really good half is only worth 1,000.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
we are massively getting ripped off.
But you
Mhm.
guys don't know that these gems are that you have
Yeah.
2,000. Like your gems are worth 2,000 gold.
And we have all the dumb people doing this.
Yeah, that's true.
Although I guess Karamu's relatively smart, right?
I have an
Karamu is
intelligence of 10.
Karamu is wise.
But he is not intelligent.
Yeah, I have an intelligence of 10. I can do basic math.
I do not.
I can count
I have a
up to
12.
Oh, yep, you were a genius compared to me, Karamu.
Now, here's the thing: you might not be smart, but you're wise. Are you wise enough to insight that you were being
I'm not
ripped
wise.
off? Is your passive insight high enough to realize we're being had?
That's the question for Karamu, yes.
My passive insight sucks. It's only 15.
All right, so we need
But-
a total of 2,150 is basically.
450. 2,450 gold.
I do that all weird. Oh, I
50
did. I did one of the 8s as a 5 instead of an 8.
2450. Yeah.
Yes.
Karamu will pull out the
Hold on. I may mute myself.
Karamu will pull out the chunk of mithril and the chunk of platinum and fairly forcefully put them on the counter. What about those? And he'll actually turn to Zara and say, I feel like we're getting a bit ripped off.
Really? Hmm.
So, we do not currently have a need for mithril. So the amount that I would offer you for the mithril would not be the value of the mithril. I'll be honest on that. The platinum, we would not need anything near this quantity. We would need if we decided to take any, it would be a very small quantity. There's not a huge demand outside of jewelry crafting for the platinum or adornments or things like that. So, considering we tend to see a lot of what's the word I'm looking for on this? Travelers that are seeking protection more so than adornments. I could not offer you a proper value for the platinum either.
Can't you just like melt it down into coins?
Do we look like a coin shop?
No, but you got a forge and a hammer. How hard could it be?
You do realize all of the coins have images on them, right?
And there are certain weights, I think. Yeah.
And some of them are mixed with other materials as well. We don't have time to deal with that. Most of the items in this shop will be gone in a week, and other items will be in their place. We have too much turnover here in product to worry about crafting platinum into coins and hoping that we can use them appropriately. It's not worth it.
Hmm.
So, take the fancy gems,
Mm-hmm.
the 2 big gems, and the weird hunk of metal, and give her a set armor. Call it even.
Wait, did you just give them the 10,000 gold piece blue diamond?
No, we never
No,
pulled that one out.
that has not come out of the bag.
God.
No.
Karamu ain't that dumb.
Yeah, I'm that dumb, but Karamu isn't that dumb.
It's just when you said the two other gems, I was like,
The Eye of the
oh,
Vanseers.
the eyes of Vanseer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they come to 400. That's 1,400. And you think the color's door is going to make up the difference?
Well,
We have
I want
actual
like
vote
I want
as
like
well.
1,500 for the gems because that's what they would actually be worth. The eyes were 200 each, and then whatever the Kalaz was. So I mean, I'm trying to push the trade a little bit in our direction, but
Does
I'm also
anybody
trying
remember
to get.
what the number was that I gave for the Kalaz door? Because we got all distracted talking about other
Oh.
stuff.
I think it was 80 gold.
Thank you.
It was really
Sounds
low.
right. Yeah.
How much of the Kalaz door do we have?
A pound.
Hmm.
I was going to say, you might as well have that forged into your armor.
Well, but that doesn't help like get the armor.
No, but if it's only worth 80
Also-
gold, you might as well have it forged into your armor.
She wants plate mail, and it turns into chain mail.
Mm.
Ah,
Or she wants full plate, it turns into
Yeah.
chain mail.
well, I was thinking the chain glove or maybe a necklace chain, just something to just give us some heat resistance.
Mm.
Because we're going to be fighting dragons at some point.
At some point. Could
You-
be acid dragons.
You assume the dragons you'll be fighting are gonna like
That's
shoot fire.
true. That's true. Mm.
She looks at you. So you're asking me to just give you 1,000 gold?
No.
Uh,
I'm sorry, you must not know how to do numbers. Because this is only worth 80 gold. And these, and she points to the two eyes, I'm only going to give you 200 gold apiece. So that's 400 gold. And then these, and she points to the assorted gems, I'm only going to give you 1,000 gold for. That is 1,480 gold pieces. It is 2,450 gold for the armor that you are asking for.
All right, so how about you give us fair value for the gems and give us 1,500. You take the two special gems for 200 each. We'll take that hunk of metal back. And then I'll throw in 400 gold coins.
So this is fair value for the gems because I still have to do work with them. They still have to be inlaid into an item that somebody wants, which is going to take time to find a buyer in this neighborhood. So you can take the 1,000 gold for the gems or just keep your gems.
How bad do you actually want a set of armors are?
I mean, I feel like it would help us a lot.
The money sitting in our bag doesn't help us.
I tell you what. And he takes off his braces and he puts them on the table. Tell me what you think about those.
Oh God.
What is it?
Oh, well, those
The-
the gold charisma bracelets.
Yes.
As soon as you set them on the table, you see her hands pull back from them. Those are cursed. We don't want them.
Wait, no, what?
Whole
Please,
not swearing thing is a curse.
take them.
Wait. What's the curse?
And you see her like grab like the metal tongs
Tongs?
used in like in the
No,
forge
no.
and
I'll
lift
take them
them
back.
and hand them back.
I will take them back off you if you tell me what the curse is.
I don't know. I just see that they're cursed.
Because the only downside I've ever had is I can't swear when I'm wearing them.
Oh darn, then don't wear them.
I would, but they also are pretty useful in other ways.
Okay, then wear them. I don't want them. They are cursed.
Pain in my... Never mind. He says that as he's putting them on and then stops halfway through the sentence.
Yeah, I was gonna try and like see if I could persuade her to give us more on the gems, but I can't think of like the argument that I would use. My character is far more persuasive than I am as a person.
I mean, we could literally put our cards on the table.
Cards on our table. Like what? We're trying to save the world? I feel like that wouldn't help anything. They wouldn't believe us.
It would be great advertisement for them if it turned out we're the 6 people who came through the portal.
We'll give you
Thing.
exposure.
Yes, exposure box. That's
Just
what I'm
sign your
saying.
name on the armor.
Sponsorship. Everybody's gonna see her, and when we've saved the world and beaten the dragons, they're gonna be like, "Who made this?" And we've been like, "You need to get yourself down to this shop."
We have 6 million followers on Dragon Talk.
What was that, Splenda?
My Instagoat has like so many views.
Can I try to hold on.
Oh god, she has friends, perhaps.
I was gonna say, is Allura with us? Did she come with us eventually?
Sort of, yeah. She's here. She's there and about.
She's probably like, what is taking them so long?
Hold on. I have like 3 different ideas, and I'm not sure which one I want to go with.
Okay.
Walks in, dominates the shopkeep. Give us the money.
Oh my
Okay. Yeah, I would like to use friends, and then I
Oh,
want
no. God.
hold on.
No, it's fine.
And then I would like to try and intimidate them. And at the moment, I do look like an old lady.
Okay. Are you sure you want to cast friends?
Yes.
What is friends?
It gives me advantage on charisma rolls, but once the spell ends, they know I used it.
And they become hostile.
Which is it's
Interesting.
okay. I have a backup plan for this once this ends.
I'm gonna put this out there because I feel like Allura would be smart enough to realize this.
Mm-hmm.
The woman here, as soon as those bracers were placed in front of her, immediately knew they were cursed. Nobody saw her cast anything.
So I would have the inclination that friends is a bad idea, or what are you trying to say?
That
I
she
burst in
has
our
some
corner.
way of knowing that the magic is there and around.
She is definitely a magic either wielder or even just a magical creature in and of itself. Because she looks humanoid, but she looks very unique. So,
Um,
Meow, meow.
And it
I'm
would be
putting
great
that
if it
out
fails
there.
because she's not technically humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to do the manual silence of as soon as she starts saying anything magical, Caramel just reaches over and literally covers her mouth.
Who,
Yep.
me?
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Okay.
think so.
I will bat your hand away as best as I can, and will you move it?
Not willingly.
Can I attempt to move his hand off my face? What do I
Oh
need to
my
roll?
goodness.
I would
Strength or something?
I would treat it like a grapple almost.
So it's his athletics versus yours or your acrobatics,
Yeah.
whichever's better.
Okay. I would do acrobatics.
Okay. Roll it.
Nat 20.
Okay.
What's Caramoo get?
An 8.
Hmm.
Okay. I can talk freely now, but I got the hint. I'm not that stupid, or Allura's not that stupid at
I was
least.
gonna say I thought Allura was like the smartest person in the group now.
She is. That's why I said what I said.
This is why Melvin was ready with Linus when it all goes wrong to just like bap it in the person's face and be like, calm.
Oh
Well, will you stop meowing, please? I did get the hint. Like I get it. So instead of casting friends, I'm still just going to try and intimidate her into what we are trying to accomplish.
Okay.
I have
I'm
a plus
still
10
having
to
Melvin ready.
intimidation. So, and instead of casting friends, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my mage hand and I'm going to wave it around for dramatic effect just to punctuate me as I'm talking and just be like, look, lady, we need stuff. We're out here and we're trying to save the world and we're doing all these things and you're going to give us a fair price and we're going to get out of here and everyone's going to be fucking happy. And I'm going to be waving the hand around my head and like wagging my finger and giving thumbs up and thumbs down and all kinds of stuff.
It's a whole
Okay.
speech.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Sirius. I don't know where my D20 went. I just used it. Oh, there it is. I have like 4 D20s now, and so I was confused. Oh, that's another nat 20!
Jesus.
It bounced off my keyboard and rolled into a 20. And I have a plus 10 for intimidation.
Okay. So she is aware that you are attempting to intimidate her.
Mhm.
I think the whole storefront is aware that she's trying to be intimidating.
I was gonna say, I feel like you don't need much perception on that.
And as you're
Also, she probably sees through your illusion and realizes you're just like a 16-year-old kid behind it.
as you're boisterously gesturing,
Yep.
she eyes you. Child, your intimidation tactics will not work on me. Because she also rolled a nat 20.
Dang, even with my plus 10?
Uh-huh. Because she rolls her D20, and then for bonuses, I roll just a regular D10. And she got a 10.
Oh, dang.
Dang.
Yeah.
I love Karen Tantrum.
I used my mage hand to give her the bird.
I was just sitting there like,
You may escort yourself away from here, or we will escort you away for you.
Karamu kind of
Oh.
waves all that off and asks. He points at the eyes of the Vancier and says, "What would it cost to put those in necklaces?"
Do you already have the necklace, or do you need the necklace?
We would need the necklace. Well, I could supply the platinum.
Well, that I would say that brings it to the next question. Would you want it on a thin chain or a thick chain?
Yeah, I
Why not
mean,
use the?
somewhere
why
in the
not use-
middle. We don't want them to break.
Oh, they won't break.
Wait. Rather than use the platinum, why not use that weird chunk of metal we have? And he points to the colors door.
It's not feasible to turn that into a necklace.
According to the item of the colors door, yes, you can.
She's telling you it's not feasible.
Okay.
Would you want silver, gold, or platinum?
I said I could supply the platinum for it.
I'm aware, but I'm giving you options. There's a reason I'm giving you options. If I have to melt that platinum and pull that platinum and create the chain for that out of that platinum, it will take time, it will take energy, and I will have to ensure that there are no impurities below the surface. If I give you a chain that we already have, then I can give you a direct pricing.
All right, silver.
Fantastic. Give me one moment. She walks away, comes back with like at first look, it looks like this really thin chain. And it looks very delicate. But when you look really closely at it, where each link would come together for one, there's actually multiple links in that one area. So it actually looks like a rope almost instead of just a chain.
So it's like a braid of.
Well, no, because they're still links.
Yeah, but it's like a braid of links because they're all crossing over with each other.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Think like snake chain.
Gotcha.
Like it's just tight links. She brings it over. This would be what I would recommend if you went with silver. Silver tends to be a softer metal, does tend to be a cheaper metal, or I should say less expensive metal, but this will ensure the magical properties of the gems are maintained. And then we would also do a setting to attach it to the chain. The chain itself is 10 gold. And that would include the fitting as well.
So to turn both of those into necklaces would be 20.
Correct.
Hang on, player doing math. Karamu pulls 4 smaller chunks of diamond out that he knows are worth 350 gold each because he specifically had them cut to that value,
Mm-hmm.
and lays them down and asks, "What about those 4?"
She picks them up and eyes them closely. I will tell you, these are beautiful cuts. The jeweler that you had do these was amazing. Or if you didn't have them do them, either way, these are beautifully cut. I would tell you they would, if they were retailing, they'd retail for about 350. I could give you 300, 325. We'll say 325. I still have to be able to make a profit off of them.
Oh god, she really is the guy from Pawn Stars.
Why would any business do a 1-to-1 trade?
Right.
Because it's in lieu of coin, never mind.
Right, but like they're not gonna like get, but that's the whole point of like not doing coin, like, you know, you can make money off of it.
Okay, so those 4, if I really break down and give you the half of my gems there that are actually the good ones for 1,000. Call that even trade for the armor and the 2 necklaces?
350 times 4.
It's 2,300.
And there goes most of our resurrection diamonds. Can we use the blue diamond and cut that up for resurrection diamonds?
I
or-
have some
Okay.
still. Or one still.
Can the blue diamond be used as resurrection diamonds?
I don't know.
No
Yeah, it'd
reason
have to be
couldn't
good luck.
What now? We were
We're
discussing
wondering
value.
if the blue diamond can be used for resurrection or if it specifically has to be like a white diamond or something.
No, this was the one that we actually cut for
Yeah, no,
resurrection
but
is
we
was
were
a pink
saying-
diamond. The blue
Oh.
diamond we
Oh.
could get cut just like they were 2 identical diamonds. One was pink, one was blue. I just happened to cut the pink one.
Oh, okay. I
Right, but
forgot
we've
there
still
was
got
another
plenty
one.
of resurrectionable diamonds if we get them cut.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, and that leaves us 6 usable for resurrections, and I'm kind of hoping we don't need 6 resurrections.
Yeah.
before we
Hopefully.
get back to someplace to stock up again, at least.
Yeah.
Well, do we have anyone yet that can even cast resurrection? I thought you could only
Yeah.
cast
It's-
reincarnation.
It's Revivify is the
Yeah.
one that needs
And I can too.
a diamond worth 300 or more.
Yep.
Hmm.
We have 2 people who can do it.
She looks at Karamu. I can't budge on the cost of the armor or the reinforcement because that is the lowest price looking at what they quoted for, which I need to have a conversation with my store keeps. What I can do is ask the platesmith if the fitting price is negotiable. So let me send word to him and I will find out for you and see if this is an agreeable price for him.
Did
Another
everyone's
option
cameras just
is
click off?
Hold on. What was that, Arlie?
I was gonna say another option is if you guys have any like work or things that you need done, I might be able to help with it. Like I'm fairly strong. I have some skills. I can heal people if people are injured.
I do appreciate that, and I'm sure our
Sure of them.
we lost Northern, and he's
We
back.
did.
I'm sure our staff in that come in and out of the mines would appreciate that, but we have to be very careful with our barter system here, as the value of services is not deemed the same value from everybody involved in creating um, items like this. So, while I might see a value and the staff coming in and out of the cave might see a value, um, our leathersmith who makes the bindings may not see it as valuable,
Okay.
unfortunately. So, but let me check with our platesmith and see if this is agreeable to him, because he is the one that um, would be doing the reinforcements for you and everything. And if he does agree on this, then we will move forward. So let me go check with him, and I will return shortly.
Thank you.
You see her,
As-
she stands up, she blows out the candles, and immediately just pockets them. And you notice that like there's no wax, no nothing off of them. She exits the covering that she's in. As she literally, as she's exiting where the sun would start, like her parasol is up and it's covering her as she walks towards the platesmith.
Oh, it's like in Final Fantasy 14. As soon as there's a drop of rain, the umbrella comes out.
Yeah.
It's like,
As she leaves and we watch her walk off, like Melvin just looks at the other two and goes, "You think I could have bribed her with that leftover chicken leek and cheese sandwich?"
no. Uh-uh.
And before she says, I don't want that either. That is also cursed.
That would have been amazing. I'm sorry. Even if it wasn't really cursed and just cursed because it's so bad. Like,
I
Oh
mean, the
my
chicken and
God.
cheese is fine. It's just the uncooked, diced up leek.
oh man.
Oh. She returns pretty promptly
hmm
with a burly gentleman with like singeing on the edge of his beard following close behind her.
Uh-huh.
So I spoke with Eric,
Hey, that was
and
the guy who made my sword. Battle axe. Eric. But a different Eric, clearly.
it is fairly common to have say different names or different people same name. Anyway, we spoke, and he said that he is willing to accept the price for the plate.
Ah.
So he will be doing the fitting. His only stipulation is that it's when he does the fitting, it'll be minimal adjustments. So if any of the plate needs to be reheated or molded, then then it will be an issue. But if it's just the fitting of leather straps and stuff, then he has no problem.
That's cool.
So
Thank you.
so you're gonna go with him, and his team will fit you and make sure that they get the plate together to start the reinforcements for that. And I will get you a receipt for all of this. And she kind of gestures to the whole counter display that you guys have going on. And she turns and she writes up just like a little piece of parchment, like basically a ticket, stating that in exchange for the items, and she lists the items, their clarities, everything, and the price agreed upon for each item. And she signs the bottom of it, and she hands it to Karamu and asks him to review it to ensure that he agrees, and if he agrees, to sign the bottom of it as well. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and I'm going to take these items. I'm going to go to our specialty shop where our jewelers are and have them set these stones into this chain for you. So you'll receive, I'm assuming you wanted 2 necklaces, so we will get that set in for you. and then they will be available for pickup here by this evening. Usually, doing the reinforcements for the plate takes a bit longer, so that should be available by tomorrow morning. No, I take that back. We'll say tomorrow afternoon, because who knows if it rains. Um, so I would say tomorrow afternoon, the plate armor should be ready for pickup, barring any horrible or inclement weather.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question before you go. It's quite clear that you, amongst your other abilities, have some understanding of magical items. Do
Indeed.
you know anywhere around here that deals in them and sells them, appraises them, or can give me a better understanding of things?
Not on this island.
Great. Do you know anywhere else that might?
Rumor has it that the capital cities all have a underground vendor of sorts that has access or can get access to certain items. We
Okay.
don't allow that here because it is considered uh, what some would call a black market. So
Alright,
we don't allow that type of activity here.
fair enough. I'm just mainly looking for a couple of things that are just beyond the capacity of just general craftsmanship.
I understand. Yeah, you would want to find a basically it would be a magical smithy. So someone who can imbue magic into their craft as they are creating.
Off the record, you ever heard of any place like that?
My statement from before remains.
Okay, cool. How about I don't put the braces back down on the table and you tell me anything else you might know?
My statement before still remains.
Fair enough.
Again, I don't deal in this stuff. I wouldn't dare put that type of mark on my reputation.
Okay. I just wondered if you'd heard anything.
I have not.
Okay.
She bids you a good day and again walks very elegantly away from where you guys are over towards the specialty shop.
Anyone paying attention would find Allura right outside the store, just like leaning against her staff, fuming that it didn't work. Just like what a fucking bitch! I can't believe this shit. I'm so much better than that. I can't believe, and it just like at an audible enough volume, but still kind of like soft spoken.
Mm-hmm.
As they're leaving, Melvin looks over to her and goes, "Well, at least it's not the worst idea we've ever had."
What?
He's saying that to Allura.
Oh,
Her attempt at intimidation.
I see.
I noticed that too because
Something-
I have plus 10 to deception, intimidation, and persuasion, and I never get to like actually utilize any of it. And the one
Dude.
time I had the perfect opportunity for it, I get matched in rolls.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I have a plus 14 to persuasion. I know how you feel. My problem is I can't think of the arguments to make that would.
The answer is bully more mooks, not like top tier people.
Yeah.
Also, my internet seems to be going all sorts of fuzzy because I keep losing people's video, and then all of a sudden everybody's in like.
It
That's
went away for a minute.
that's
20.
just Jitsi. It seems like there's always at least one person every session who has the like everybody's in and out and everybody's not here. And like there's always at least one person.
I've now got Ali in 2007 YouTube 240p, so it's like.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's all right. We are going to actually end it here for the night because we are coming up on our end time. Actually, I think we've passed our end time.
Yes, we have.
So some really good RP. Don't do that.
I can. It's 4:45 here.
That's fantastic. I still don't want you to do that.
Also,
So you
next
saying what time it is made me feel tired.
My clock's changed, I believe, next game.
Okay.
And that is the last game I will have for 2 weeks before I go away to Gibraltar.
Okay.
Were we were planning to play next week, yes?
Correct.
Or no? Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, the 2 weeks after I'm not here. I am at my friend's wedding, and on one of the evenings, her bride-to-be is actually going to DM us a small one-shot game that night.
Well, that's fun.
To which she gave us a list of characters to choose from, and has Hero Forged the minis for them.
Aww.
That's awesome. Let's do. I don't know. We'll do 1100 for experience.
Cool.
Okay, I haven't added last week, so if someone can give me the total, please.
142,900.
Yep.
There you go.
Thank you.
No, I can't stop yawning.
I'm
Gosh
not
darn it.
sorry.
He keeps yawning. I'm trying to not look at the screen at this point.
Sorry.
I've been doing that all night. It's just I've been trying to be
Just
subtle about
caught
it until
that
now.
one.
Well, to be fair, it's about time you all went to bed anyway.
Right. So says the person that's up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Right. So good game tonight. Lots of good RP. We will pick up with you guys basically either like exiting, or we'll probably bounce back over to Roland and his mom when we pick back up again next Saturday, and then we'll figure out if there's anything else you guys would like to do while you are in town. But yeah, some really good RP, really fun. I'm excited to see as everything unfurls, and you guys are starting to see some of the dramatics that are currently happening.
I'm sat here looking at my bracelet, finding out it's cursed, and wondering if the curse is the fact you can't swear, or if it's secretly for all this time it's like the DM +4 to hit you, which explains why you never get a shot miss.
I know nothing.
You never know.
All right, you guys have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you guys next Saturday.
Night, everyone.
And with that, we are done for the night. Some hard-fought haggling. And we got some new stuff coming. Our tank's getting some really good armor. Adamantine is amazing because of the inability to be crit. Love that. Yeah. So that'll be it for tonight. I will be back on Tuesday for Raid Night and WoW. I'm going to try to continue this whole dual streaming Twitch YouTube thing, and hopefully that'll work out. The lack of background music tonight is because I just found out about Twitch allowing multicast and hadn't gotten around to sourcing some music that won't get me banned on YouTube. So I will look for that between now and Tuesday. So hopefully Tuesday we actually have some background tunes. Yeah. So we will handle that, and until then, as always, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. And you guys have a great night.